Everybody, Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweight action between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Lennox Lewis. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Dynamite.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
So we are underway here. Round one, scheduled for 12. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher. But if you're one of the two trainers, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I can be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Dynamite. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Halfway through round number one. No feeling out round here at all. These two are slugging it in round number one.
Reminds me of the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and the rockets just keep coming.
Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
Oh, and there you go. He gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow.
Punch it out, punch it out.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. That's a good block by Dynamite. Targeting that head with the combination punch. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. That's a tried and true method that works out very well, the counterpunch landing by Dynamite. The end of the round has arrived. And now an opportunity for the trainer here to get his hands on his guy. His guy just got tagged pretty good there. And when he looks into his eyes, what is he looking for?
Well, first of all, he's looking to see whether or not his guy is still there. You know, he got something pretty good. And then what he has to do is make sure his guy's listening to him and telling him, hey, look, you got caught. You've been caught before. This is the way we can fix it. This is what you got to do to correct things.
Lands the counter. You just look at Lennox Lewis, and you see a primed, chiseled athlete capable of big things.
Yes, you do, and that's part of it, but a small part of it. Then you got to take that primed, chiseled athlete and make him do those things. And mentally and technically, Lewis has found the way.
Supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Hey,
Halfway
no
through
holding,
round
no
number
holding.
2.
Keep working the jab. Double up the punches. Light smooth.
Final 10 seconds. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have the motors that never stop going.
You need to keep that head.
Good block by Lennox.
Use the jab.
And a smart counterpunch by Dynamite. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Let's see some more hands.
Teddy, early on in the career of Lennox Lewis, a lot of the British fans actually didn't gravitate towards him because he was one of these nomadic kind of fighters. You know, Jamaican, lived in Britain, but won a gold for Canada.
Yeah, but the most important part of that geography is his own. He had his own identity. He knew where he stood. He knew where his confidence came from. He knew what his style was.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Now that's some sharp offensive maestro work there by Lennox Lewis. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
Good exchange. He fires back. And once again, he returns fire up top. There's another right hand. And clicks of the talk. Scores with the combo to the head. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting. We had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, yeah, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, What's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said you're going to college, you're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cus believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them right, teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
Lennox Lewis stuck around to win his Olympic gold medal. He had his shot in 1984, came up short, and then stuck around to come back and grab it in 88.
And that has stayed with him, and that has served him beautifully, because that confidence he gained from beating the best in the world, yes, in the amateurs, but still, in his mind, he can do the same in the pros.
Lennox Lewis blocks that punch. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Protect yourself. Keep moving.
Gets rid of that body shot. Now you can start to see a nosebleed, and that's not a big concern now. What is a big concern is the effect that it potentially can have in the later rounds. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Good block by Dynamite. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that.
Wow! Lewis is hurt by that.
Come on now, guys. Come on. Keep busy.
He's bleeding from the side of his face there.
Off the rope. Off the rope.
Nice block by Dynamite. Lewis is doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. Well, he knew it was a smart strategy to stay on the outside. He probably didn't know it was going to pay off this well, because he's just getting to his guy easily.
Oh, yeah, if he was in a casino, I'm telling you, it's all coming up cherries for him. But right now, if his opponent has...
Holy cow! He falls victim to that big hook.
Come on now, guys. Keep busy. Come on.
Lewis is much better on the outside, much better when he has some space and he's at long range. So pushing off here, creating space is the right thing to do. Lennox Lewis blocks that punch. Nothing there on the punch by Lewis. Lennox Lewis is now showing off what he probably worked very hard on in the gym. You can see that the effective footwork, the movement, is making for this to be a fairly easy round for him. Teddy, what kind of training regimen do you put a guy through to develop this skill?
Well, what you do is you have him work on defense. Sometimes I'll put a fighter in the ring to spar, and I won't let him throw punches back. I'll make him just make the guy miss. Just use his legs, use his head movement, use his blocking skills, and make sure he concentrates exactly on one thing, defense. He's showing it right now.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now.
One, two, three, four, five.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook. Get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good block by Dynamite. That's a forceful two-punch combo by Lewis. Lewis is making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They are the ones that wind up landing.
Lewis is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. Halfway through this round.
Side to side, to your head. Move, back to the box.
A headshot blocked. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Lewis is sticking to what we've always known of him, Teddy. The style hasn't changed, even though he was knocked down earlier.
You know, a lot of trainers would say, hey, they pat him on the back. They say, there you go, kid. You know, stay with your identity. Just make sure that you correct a couple little things you need to correct.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Good block there by Dynamite. Lennox Lewis blocks that punch. Landing 2 jabs by Dynamite. Lennox able to block that punch. At the halfway point of round 7. Now that's some fine work right there by Dynamite. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of 5th gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Nice block by Lewis. Lewis is fighting real smart here on the outside. Lewis is putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Parries the punch, comes back with the hook. They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Nice 2-punch combo by Lewis. But gets one. Good work by Lewis. Obviously, so many career highlights in the career of Lennox Lewis as we watch him in action here tonight. But one of the things he's most proud of is that he was able to face and beat all the heavyweights of his generation, including getting Mike Tyson at the end of Mike Tyson being Mike Tyson.
You know, you use the word proud, and I think that that's so important here. We look at the right hand of Lennox. We look at the size of Lennox, but the pride, that legacy you talked about, he brings that into the ring. That makes him strong.
And from long range, he's able to get his target he wanted.
And when you have somebody throwing long punches,
once again he goes down. Can he survive this? From a big shot, now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good defensive skill with the block by Lewis. The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good exchange. He fires back. what a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been.
Keep working the body.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Dynamite.
Head moving.
Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
Tried the hook, didn't get it. Lennox Lewis is coming out to fight this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, any idea? Do you think he's recouped enough here?
Well, we're going to find out very quickly by looking at his legs. You're going to look downstairs just like you look downstairs in the basement of a house to see whether or not those bricks are in place or whether or not some of the mortar has kind of disappeared and the bricks are a little loose. You want to see if those legs are stable, if they're firm.
Lennox able to block that punch. Blocked by Dynamite.
Beat him to the front.
Nice block by Dynamite. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Gets rid of that effort. Right back to the work up top. Lennox Lewis is, I mean, you can tell by how committed he is at staying on the outside and just continuing to score like this, that he is employing a strategy that he really wanted to put forth.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit because he understood what kind of fight he was getting ready for. A guy who was very strong but very slow-footed. So he's making sure that he does not feed into his opponent's strengths, and he makes sure that he exploits his weaknesses.
to defend and then go on the offensive. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Nothing there on the punch by Lewis. Lewis is leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
What a good counter punch by Dynamite. Again to the melon. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Oh, very nice. Smart counter punch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. A headshot blocked. Lennox able to block that punch. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Nice block by Lewis. Lennox blocks a punch. He returns fire with a left hand. And a smart counter punch by Lewis. I don't know know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Lennox Lewis. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Dynamite's got a cut around his eye. Looks to be over. Wow! Lennox Lewis is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. I don't know what was said to him in the corner, but now he's the busier man.
Yeah, he's aware that he has to be.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Oh, and there you go. Dynamite stunned, and he is hurt. Big headshot puts him down. Get up and beat the count, but Teddy, with the way he looks, how much longer can this last?
Unless he's going roller skating, not long.
Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. Some fine fundamentals. Good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use G's. He used distance.
The twists and turns and the non-stop battle. It continues on as we've reached the 1 minute mark to go. Wow! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? This fight is over. The Lions gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that. Lennox Lewis is your winner by knockout victory.
I feel like I just came out of the movie theater, Joe, and I did not expect that ending.
That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.